Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. In today's video, I just want to show you all the things I've collected throughout my 700 plus hours of playing both games. These are the things I've unlocked or purchased with my female character. I have 7 pages of outfits, and yeah, they kind of lumped these together. And the way these items work is if you get 2 of the same item and you use both of them, it unlocks it across every character that you decide to make on your account. Now, if you only use it on that character, or use one of them, whatever character you use it on is the only one you can use it with. It's kind of a chicken you-know-what thing, because if you spend the money to get it, then you have, they should unlock automatically on everything. But that's how they make money on the game. Anyway, and most of these I did not spend real money on. It's the in-game currency. So by going to the personal shop, you can go in and you can pretty much buy whatever you want if you have enough money. Getting the money is another thing. That's kind of a pain. You can get it by selling items, doing your daily quests. It'll take you a while to save up for something you really want. Anything over 10 million is pretty much going to take you a long time, unless you find some way to grind money. And do not, I repeat, do not ever go pay those guys that spam the money thing in the main area of both games, because they will ban your account for it. So don't, it's not worth it. Just don't do it. Anyway, so here's all the cool stuff that I have unlocked. I got the Rappy suit. Turns into Rappy. I got all the generic ones here. And if you get a color change pass, you can change the color to basically whatever you want. Well, that's why I have so many of them. Oops. Go down here. I changed the color of this one to the colors I wanted to try to match my character. And a lot of the stuff they give away for free if you do the daily SG pass thing. Or if you use your SG points to buy the pass ticket, which has another set of missions where once you redeem it, you can get a certain costume. I'll go over that at the end of this video, so you know what I'm talking about here. I changed the color of that one. Old school. And I turn off some of the, you can turn off the ornaments. So if you want it to look a certain way, you can do that. That's one of my favorites. That's pretty cool. I really like that one. Like futuristic looking. Of course, every summer they usually have the swimwear. I think that one's cool. It's like aquatic. This one's really cool. I changed the color. It was orange. That's one of the very first ones. That was the only one available, I think, for the first 3 months of the game on Xbox. Most of the stuff I have for the male character is from the old game. You can use it in here, but it's not... It changes the way your body shape is because it's the old game's character model, so... It looks a little better still, but... Bunny rabbit. Yeah, I forgot how many I had. That one was weird. I got that one for free, just for playing the game in one of the packs. This is an anime game, after all, so... Probably going to be the last one of its kind. I really like this one. I think it looks cool. There's a bunch of those. It's an all white one. I wish... You can't change the color of the bottom part there. It has to be white. Like, man. If you know what I mean. Just try to make it blend in. See, it's white on all of them. And that's pretty cool. I like that one. If you were playing it during the release of Return, they had a pool in the daily free thing that you can do, the free pass ticket, and these were in there. They took them out because that event is over. I hope they bring them back. And there's paid content packs, I believe, on the on Steam and Xbox that are not available on PlayStation yet. But I'm guessing they will be in the next few months. I think that's probably my favorite. I really like this one. And of course, the Christmas ones from last year. Usually they'll bring them back for a short time. They get you to, you know, buy it. And that way they don't have to make new stuff. They'll throw in a few new things, but it's mostly old stuff. That's the paid pack. I should probably turn on all the ornaments here so you can see. So you can hide it to make it look however you want. You can hide Outerwear to really get the full effect. There we go, I'll leave that on. There we go, layer. Alright. No, I didn't go through that yet. Alright. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like a office thing. Ties and stuff. That's kind of sweet. I like that. Kind of reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. Big poofy pants. That's cool. I changed the color, obviously. And I hope they do more like this. I really love the high-tech stuff. So I changed the color of another one I got. This is definitely one of my favorites. I love the stuff that matches the game. It's supposed to be sci-fi in the future, photonic weapons, all that stuff. In fact, I might leave that on when I'm done here. I really like this one. It looks so cool. And then some weird wrapping one. Pretty cool though. And then they had an armor one, but they broke the pieces up into multiple parts. And this is the only piece I got. So if you want the bottom half, you have to go try to find it. Also, that's another thing that annoys me. It should just be the whole set. That was when they launched the... Oh, what class is that? Ah, crap, it's gonna bug me. One of the new classes, I think that's... It just makes your chest look weird. It's just weird. And the cool snow stuff for Kvaris. One of the packs that they had, I thought this was pretty cool because it goes down all the way down the legs. Another pass they had. They'll start cycling through these a lot now that it's on PlayStation. So if you're like, oh man, how do I get that? You can go look these up. The little name that pops up and see if someone is selling it currently. This is still active. I believe that one's still active. Yeah. And I guarantee you somebody will be selling it. Asking some ridiculous amount. But just know that it'll probably go through circulation again. They always do. That's weird, the hair is like floating around. And you got like your Naruto suit. I think that's pretty cool. Reminds me of Naruto. I really like that one too. You got your bunny suits. It's funny, they have one no shoes. I think that one's kind of cool. It's kind of like futuristic punk rock looking thing. This is for the Waker class. I like the blue one, of course. The blue's my favorite color. I thought that looked really cool. I might use that too, again. And then I don't know if these are still available or not. This is in one of those free packs. I changed the color of that one. And this was from the old game that they remade, so it looks better. And of course the wedding stuff. I don't know why Japan does it every year. And then the army, that, you know. And then probably I like how they have super this one, revealing, and then they have the super covered one next to it. I just think it's hilarious the way it's set up. That's pretty cool. It's like, man, I'm freezing. I'm gonna put all the stuff on. It'd be cool if they, like, I don't know, made it look more like an animal. It's just weird. It's weird. And then another weird wrapping one, like frills and stuff. I like how they made it like, what is that, like velour or something? It's all shiny. Looks kind of cool. And they got this one. Another future thing. Is that a tail? That looks like a tail. That's funny. This is the one I was using because it kind of reminds me of like a wrestling outfit. And if you use they have under, what do you call it? Basewear stuff that you can put underneath it so it's not so, you know. Unless that's your thing, yeah. And then they got this This one is crap. This is probably my least favorite of all the ones I've shown you right now. I don't know, it just looks terrible. This one's still available. This one's pretty cool. Now, when you go to the old games content here, it'll reset the character model to whatever the settings are in the old game. If you notice, it looks really weird now. So when you play the game, you can go through and you can save customization for the old build and a customization for the new build. That way, if you ever switch between old costumes and new costumes, it won't look so weird. So that way, when you change it, it'll change the body type also. So I'll just go through them here. There's a lot of cool ones in the old game too that I wish would get remade. And for some reason, it changes the base wear also. I don't even remember that one. You see, look at the hips. It looks really weird. Oh yeah, that one's cool. It's all tech-based. I like the techy ones, if you haven't noticed. And that was one of my favorites, because it was like battle armor. Like an old school knight armor. That was really cool. It reminded me of the gal from Tekken. That's like, oh, what is that character? From Metal Gear Solid 3. And of course that. Man, that looks really weird with this. That one's cool. That's cool. I like the zigzags. That one's alright. In like a track suit. And then we're back at the beginning. And there's other sections of this, which I'll go through real quick. Let me put on what I had. I'll show you what I'm talking about by base wear. All the way at the end here. Okay, this is the one I had on. Okay, and it fixed the body type, if you notice. And what you can do is you can go in here, inner wear selection. But first, you gotta make sure it's visible. See? And you can also hide that if you don't want that on, which is kind of cool. Each piece should have something that you can hide if you don't want it on there or not. And then hide head ornament if you don't want that hair thing to show up. I think it kind of looks cool, so I'll leave it on. Then you go back to layer. Sometimes you can put a jacket on or an overshirt type thing on, and then you got this. One of my favorite things is this one. See, it kind of looks like a wrestling suit. That's what I had on. I think that's really cool looking. And you can also do... Let me put it back to like this. And we'll turn this off, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hide innerwear. Let's go over here to body type. You can go to body paint. And this will put it underneath everything. So let's say you want to have... Let's see, let me pick something here. Like body paint, or like kind of like that. You can have it show up there. I got a full underbody suit for this too. What's really cool is if you have that, and you want to use like one of these body paints, you just stick it on section 2, or prioritize it how you want. And if you got the right one, I can find it here. You can change the color of it somehow, I forget. As you can see, it puts the cool pattern on the outside of it, which I think is awesome. There's a way to change the color too, I just forget how. And you can do it that way. There's ways if you don't want to be completely, like, you know, half naked, you can fix it. But if you've played this game for as long as I have, you know, most people don't care. But yeah, like giggity. Anyway, I'm gonna go put on the other thing. Actually, I'm gonna show you the jackets part. Okay, let's go to this. I think that'll work. Here we go, outerwear. I don't have very many outerwears because there's not a lot available, if you haven't noticed. These cool little jackets you can change the color of. I hope they bring those back, those are really cool. Little vest. And then of course the snow stuff from the Caveris region. There's the arm parts to that one suit. And these, got a bunch of these. There's a bunch of jackets after that. This is pretty cool, I like this thing. And then we got these. And I don't think I can use those unless I use old suits. And those are a lot cooler in my opinion. Sweater, and then I don't know what the heck this is from. I think this is from just playing on PlayStation. It's like the dumbest looking thing I've ever seen. And this is from the Xbox. That's why it's crossed off. Yeah, that's basically all that stuff I have unlocked. I'll go through the accessories here in a second and put this back to how I had it. I'll just put on this for now. There we go. Then you go down to accessories. And here's all the accessories I've unlocked. I probably won't put them on, I'll just try to go through them. I really like the cool hat though. So here's all the accessories I have. This thing's awesome, it reminds me of Super Metroid, and there's an open one too. And the face show up. In fact, I'll leave that on. I think it looks cool. Got these. Little kitty cat on your head. I think it's adorable. It's actually animated. Scarves, wings, jackets. And what's the worst thing about the what do you call it, scratch tickets, is that there's so many pieces in there. Getting the thing you want is very difficult if you actually pay money for it. I mean, it's a loot box, like the very definition of loot box. Oh, forgot I had this cool little King Halloween one. That's funny. Yeah, and then of course these are in the game. I think they're pretty cheap now. For a while they were like 20 to 50 million. Some of them 100 million. Because they only released it one time here in the States, and then that was it. Until the new Genesis came out, and then they've released them like 5 times. Because usually when those are in the packs, people spend a lot of money to get them. Gee, I wonder why, right? Yeah, just keep an eye on the shops, and if there's something you want, it'll eventually probably be cheap enough, especially when it comes around again, then all the prices get lowered. Yeah, that's all the stuff I have. I got a lot of stuff in here, and that's for the women. I'll do a separate video for my male character, and a separate video for my robot character. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff in this game. 700 hours, playing it every day for the last 3 years, yeah. Anyway, hey guys, I forgot to show you a whole part of this that... yeah, a bunch of other parts I have. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So, other than the layer wearing, which we just went through, there's also outfits. And these are most of the stuff from the old games. I mean, look at all this stuff I have also. I got 2 pages of this. So, I'm just going to go through these real quick and show you. Adorable little wrappies. I don't know why I have 2 of these. That's kind of weird. And there's the old school one of the ones I have. That's one of my favorites. I think the one you can start with, too. That's one of the first ones I got in the personal shop. Here's the old version of one of my favorites. It looked really cool in the old game, too. And there's another one. That. I think they made these available in a newer set, some of these. In other words, they upscaled it and cleaned it up for the new game. I kind of want that one in the new game. It looks really cool, like the House of Cards type thing. And I really want that one back. If you can't figure out why, but I doubt they'll do it. When you run, it makes the chain clanking sound. It's supposed to be like chains and stuff. It looks really sweet, cool. I like that one. I think that one's really cool looking. A lot of the newer stuff, I feel they're getting kind of lazy with the designs, in my opinion. Like, they went all out with these older designs. It's one of the reasons why this is my favorite game. I like all the bad guys are like in suits and stuff in the old game. Oh, that was pretty neat. That one's really cool with the blue wings, or cape wings, or whatever. I just really like the futuristic stuff. And that's from the original game. If you were a robot, was it female? I believe that's the cast type. I should know this. I played their crap in the original. And you got the cool infected pieces. Oh, look at the feet, isn't that weird? That's so weird. And this thing took forever to get. This was a big pain. They had like 200 items in that random pool, and you couldn't sell it and you couldn't buy it because it was an SG one. So I finally managed to get the stupid thing. I was like, oh sweet, and then I never used it. Big baggy stuff. That's one of my favorites. We can't figure out why. I hope they remake that one too. I like that one a lot. That one's pretty cool. This was one of the fan contests. It's supposed to look like a cat. I thought that was pretty sweet. Although look at those boots and heels. How can you walk like that? Good lord. I thought that one was cool because it's futuristic looking. The generic one of those. Man, I got a lot of those. And then this one is from the Sonic pack, which I hope they bring back. Every anniversary they have for Sonic, they usually have it come back. And that's in my experience so far. And there's a cool little Sonic hat too, which I redeemed with my other character. But it came with a male and female outfit, a little Sonic mag dude. In fact, I'll show you that when I leave. But yeah, I hope they redo those for the new game, because that's really cool too. So I just wanted to go over those because I forgot to. Thanks for watching again, and stay frosty.